Good evening. Welcome, welcome. I've had to do this on my personal page again. Rochelle Magic Weaver page has not been online long enough. So that is what we're waiting for now so that we can do the switchover. So until then, you'll find me here on my personal page where I've always been actually. So we will get this moving. It's only got, I think, another 30 days or so, not even, and then we can transfer that over. There we go. Hopefully everybody has gotten the post stating that I'm over here. There we go. Hi, Sandy. So yes, technology, and I didn't realize I had to wait a period of time for that page to be on before I was able to do any live feeds off of there. So there we go. So today we are talking about this shifting and changing that's taking place. I know for myself, this past week has been pretty intense, amazing. Definitely the body releasing. So, and that's what a lot of people last week would have noticed. There was a lot of shifting, transferring, going full circle, going in our full circle, having completed tasks from way back. They're just finishing off now, and slowly that energy is changing and shifting. Hi, Diane. Thanks for joining. So with myself, I got to experience sciatic. Haven't experienced any of those difficulties in quite a few years. So it was pretty intense. I was able to walk through it within only a few short days. But there again, generational healing, complete full circle. So 3-year generational healing was taking place with myself and some family members. And definitely felt that shift and move through. A lot of grief in the chests. That's another area that I've noticed in this last few weeks, shifting through grief, transforming that energy, bringing it forward into a renewal. So today I thought it'd be a great day to do some shifting of that energy, start calling in some assistance, bringing in some archangels, unknown angels, I love to call them in the most. They're here to assist us. We're not putting any names to anything, and they come in and assist and help shift that energy out. So if you've been having lung issues, having issues bringing up a lot of phlegm, having that kind of croupy cough going on, that is that grief that's transforming itself now. For myself as well, our weather is bringing those things forward. It's been very damp and a lot of rotting going on, and without the snow covering all of that, that mold, we have lots of molds taking place as well. And those things start affecting us. So that immune system's getting that workout, right? Having things like that taking place. So I can feel lots of shifting coming in here. Definitely will be receiving some downloads this evening. I've got that energy is very abundant right now. You may be feeling your crown opening up through the top of that head, feeling that energy as it's moving. Got some grounding energy that's coming forward right now as well. pulling us down, making sure that we're secure as we're doing this energy exchange and shifting. There. Sandy, how are you feeling? What are you experiencing this week here? I'm seeing a few things generational for you as well coming forward. Some movement with the family. So that's, as I was saying, with myself, definitely feeling these shifts. And also with this new year, we've had a lot of different things taking place. I'm starting to do some different things within the work that I do, and some changes coming forward for the spring. So readjusting as to how we live our lives, because we have new patterns coming in, different things taking place. That's definitely a big one for me. I'm going to be doing some different things that I don't normally haven't done in many years, and I'm looking forward to that. There's some excitement there. Okay. Well, I'm with you there, Sandy. I understand that stress. So that's my family's experiencing some of those things as well. And definitely the boundaries are very important at this point. For them to know that you're there for them, and also keeping yourself at a good distance so that you are not part of the enabling, and allowing them to come forward as they are. Diane, you have anxiety. Okay, so anxiety, that's that fear, right, of the unknown, of what's coming. And our brain likes to take that, and we like to make up all kinds of things in our head. And that creates that chaos. So, Diane, I'm going to start bringing some energy down in through the body. And we're going to just start bringing in some peace and some calm. Hi, Harmony. She's cleaning your apartment. Oh, nice. Wonderful. She was a young girl when I met her. Now she's becoming a young woman. So another thing, Diane, with fear. So our body, we have two words. We have fear and we have excitement. And the body only understands one feeling. And that goes for both of those words. So how to change that so that it brings forward that excitement instead of the fear. How to stop the mind frick, stop that monkey mind from going around and around and around and taking you into that anxiety. So where are you feeling it right now in your body? We're going to focus in on that, and we're going to start releasing that energy. So if you let me know where in the body, I can feel some in the upper chest, but if you have any other spaces that you are in tune and understand where it's sitting. Hi, Christopher. Thanks for joining. Get yourself comfy and relaxed. We'll start releasing some of those energies, the chest. Okay. So I'm just curious if there's any in any other area that you can think of. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the color yellow. We're going to focus that color yellow into the chest. And Sandy, yours is in your stomach. So same thing, bringing in that color, focusing it in the stomach. Find yourself a focal point in front of yourself. And we're just going to take that space and look into it. And become familiar with that feeling in your chest and in your stomach, Sandy. There we go. Sandy, I almost want to say deep in the bowel. It's heavy in the lower abdomen. Right down in the pelvic area. So almost healing the womb, I want to say, when it comes to that. Diane. Now with each breath, I'd like you to breathe out and envision the color gray and allow it to leave from that area. You can allow it to come through the mouth if you like, down through the feet, wherever that energy is willing to expel from. Take that breath and breathe it out. Breathe in the color yellow and then exhale and breathe out the color gray. Welcome to everyone that's popping in. Thank you for joining. So now, with that anxiety, that angst feeling, what memory or what thought is coming forward for you? I'm going to get you to take that thought and memory. And as you're breathing out, allowing it to go, to just leave. So no longer being the friction within yourself. There we go. It's gone. Wonderful, Diane. That's perfect. Nice big breath, Sandy, and just allowing it to expel. There's a few others I can feel heavy in the chest. There we go. Wonderful. Now, Diane, I'd like you to bring in the color purple and let it just flush through the body. Kind of like thick paint, just so that it's oozing down into the body. With each breath, just keep bringing the purple down and in through the body, cleansing it, bringing in that frequency of that color. Hi, Darlene. There we go. If anyone else that's popped in, if you have anything you'd like to release, just either you can message and I can do that privately, or you can come on here, put your question, bring your concern forward so that we can assist in changing that energy. We've got this energy flowing. Let's bring it in. It helps. Good. So now in with that purple, Diana, I'm going to start bringing the color silver down through the body. We're going to just start cleansing with the silver. So just like if you were to take colloidal silver, it's like an antibiotic. So in that color and that frequency, the alchemy that we're bringing in, it's going to start bringing in some of that energy so that it's able to rejuvenate those cells. There we go. Nice big breaths in. Allow the body to totally expand. Open up that rib cage wide. Bring it into the belly, bring it up into the ribs, and then bring it up into the higher chest. 3-part breathing, if any of you are familiar with that. Allow that energy to breathe in through the belly, up through the ribs, up through the chest, and then release it from the chest down through the ribs, sinking the belly. There. Who else in this last week or two have experiencing heavy generational work that's going on? So in regard relationships, that's a huge one right now. How we behave and how we walk within a relationship. So the relationship you have with yourself is where we have to start, of course. And then we're able to bring that out to the others that we're with and others that we are connecting with out in the world. And what are we able to let go? To just let it go and not let it concern us anymore. All those life lessons that take place. There we go. I'm feeling a lot in the side ribs coming. So there's a lot of energy being expelled. So there again, grief. When we're in this band around the ribs, that is a definite sign of releasing grief. So they're grieving relationships, grieving when we're going that full circle realizations and of letting go and the things that are taking place. There we go. So Sandy, you now, that's that full circle where 3 generations, you've watched the addiction, you've watched addiction within yourself, you've watched it within your children, and now that change is coming forward within the grandchildren. So all that work being brought forward for all these years that you've been participating in your healing, and you'll see that transform. You'll see in your grandchildren that change. There we go. So I myself, same thing, watching and witnessing the difference as to what's taken place. So knowing that every little thing we do in our healing journey affects that generation. We get to really witness how it comes forward and how they are doing things in a different way. We've got a few people throat, so not being able to voice what it is we need to say, being able to express it in a manner that's understandable for both and without that conflict. So there again, I'm witnessing it within my own family. People that are coming into a space where they're learning to use their voice and how to use it in a manner that it's appropriate and that they are being heard, and without all the extra, I want to say drama, all the extra things that would go with it, where it used to be in a conflict, it used to be out of anger, that it's no longer in that phase. It's moving forward so that they are able to express themselves. Very important, very important. Communication is changing within the whole collective. People are coming forward and they're able to express themselves in a better manner, able to put up those boundaries and keep themselves in a safe space. There we go. Some big shifting here. I can feel some in the back vertebrae. I'm seeing a lot of energy along there. So everything in our back, Majority of it has to do with things that have happened to us, things we've done to others. It's kept in our back because that is that space where nobody sees it. That's why it's in the back, behind you. People aren't able to see it. They see everything on our face. It shows right away. There we go. Good morning, Deborah. Yes, good morning. What is it, 2:30 in the morning there? Thank you for joining. There we go. Lots of energy coming in right now. I can feel some flushing, a little bit of warmth. Other areas are cooler. Down by the legs, it's quite a bit cooler. There we go. Wonderful. $122. Okay. There we go. Just going to start balancing some of this energy right now, just allowing it to settle. There's a lot of releasing taking place right now. If you'd like to chime in, let us know what you're experiencing. Some people don't have that intuitive feeling. They don't have that knowledge of the feeling in their body just yet. So when we share as to what's taking place, it kind of gives others an idea of what they could be expecting or what's going on. Everybody's different, so everyone experiences something different. So it's interesting to always hear and see what's taking place. The more aware we come with our body, the easier it is to recognize when things are taking place. Like I said, and my sciatic this past week here, right away I knew the energy that I was walking through, the mood I was in and everything, where it was taking me, and all I kept getting was full circle. I was completing something. It's come full circle. So I find this time of year, everybody has started off in our calendar new year. So we are celebrating a new year. And like I said, I tend to celebrate more so in the spring in regards to what a new year is, because that's when we're the rebirth. That's when everything is starting to come forward. Whereas right now I find we are in a healing mode. We're in a dormant stage during the winters. Things are, as we know, they've dying off, and regenerating themselves. So in this time of year, people set themselves up with intentions of, I'm going to work out, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then very shortly fall off of that because we've held ourselves to a high expectation. It's a difficult time of year to stay steady with these things. So I always suggest that you start them before the new year and such. It's difficult because that's when we're having our celebrations. People are eating a lot of things that are not very helpful in regards to that path. We're indulging a little bit more and things like that, drinking and such. So then the body really is struggling when we throw it into that intention of what we have planned for the year, how to take care of ourselves. And there again, not to be hard on yourselves when you have that fall down. Pick yourself back up. Start again. Start off slower. Start with something else. Try something else. Maybe the way that you've chosen to participate isn't working for you. So you're able to bring that forward. I got a squeak. Every time I breathe in, I'm noticing a squeak. Your back is easier this week. Seem to have shifted out of such density too. Had a while. A pheasant visit. Oh, wonderful. Pheasants are very, very good. That's a lot of good energy coming in with that pheasant. There again, a lot of rebirth with that. So Deborah, I'm seeing some residual energy just sitting in the lower back, right along the hips and within the joints there. So if you're able to do some yoga or something, bending, and so that you're able to stretch that out, that'll help that energy move forward. There we go. So once again, I've got some more down the spine. So anybody who's joined in, I've got some new energies coming in. I can feel, I'm feeling in within the back. So bring yourself a color, first color that comes to your mind, and allow that color, like thick paint, to just run down the back of the spine. Allow it to flow down through the vertebrae, bringing that energy in. There we go. Got childlike energy that's starting to join us. So bring forward that child within yourself. That little person who made all those promises years ago, years and years ago. I know myself as a child, I had set down a bunch of little rules and laws and things that I was going to do when I got older and things I was definitely not going to do. And then I've had to go back and apologize to that little girl because I went out and lived a life and found myself in situations, some in control, some out of control. So that forgiveness, there's that forgiveness and that grief again coming in. Allow yourself to be more playful. As we get older, we tend to leave that child out. I'm always thankful for when the grandchildren are around, because then the playfulness, it definitely appears. It jumps out right away. That the child in me is ready to play right away. There we go. Feeling a lot of openness now within the shoulders and going down that spine. 20 years and you haven't seen one. That's interesting. Sunshine yellow. That's a note. So a lot of yellow going on. So there again, the chakra that we're focusing on is definitely bringing in that yellow. So, and that's, I've said many times. So for myself, yoga nidra, going through the body. So that's yoga nidra. You find yourself in a comfortable position and then you focus on the breath. And then you start bringing your awareness down to the tips of your fingers, tips of your toes. Go through the body, list off the names and breathe. Each breath, bring it to a part of the body and just focus on that space. And it's amazing. You can lay there half an hour easy if you slowly breathe, focusing in on that breath going in, going down to the tips of your fingers. So even right now, as we're doing this, when we meet for lives and we're bringing the energy in, same thing. Focus it in, breathe it in, and just very slowly allow that energy to move. Bring in a color. Allow that color to flow through. I like to describe it as paint often, because paint would pour slowly and goopy, and be sure you're covering that whole area. Bringing in the alchemy of the colors, bringing in the alchemy of that frequency. There we go. So it's interesting that you have never seen one before, Deborah, in the area. So perhaps they were hunted out I know that happens in areas where the animals have been overhunted, and then you don't see them for a very long time, and then you start seeing them come back, or things like a forest fire moves them and shifts them into a new area. But I suggest you look up the pheasant and the spiritual meanings of that animal. There we go. Now I'd like everybody just to start envision the energy of the heavens coming down through the crown, through the top of the head. And allow that energy to go down into the pineal gland, cleansing the pineal gland. Now having it go in through the brain, all the way around the frontal lobe, on the sides, into the back of the brain. Deep penetrating once again into the center where the pineal gland is. Going into the eye sockets, in through the ears, in through the canals, in through the mouth, in through the muscles of the cheeks, in through the gums, into the teeth, down through the tongue, and down the throat, down into the spinal column, up and down the spine, and in through the nervous system, in through the internal organs, through the heart, through the lungs, stomach, appendix, spleen, gallbladder, the intestines, the liver, in through the reproductive system. Even if these parts, some of them may not be with you anymore, the energy and that signature of where they were is still there. So allow that energy to flow just as if it's there. Imagine they are still there, because energetically they are. And bring it through the muscles, the tissues, and the tendons. Down through the bones and the bone marrow. Now down through the soles of the feet. Down through the blades of grass. Down through the topsoil. Down through the tree roots and the mushroom roots. Phantom organs, yes. Energetically, they'll show you they can cut a leaf, and yet energetically that full leaf is still there. And when you do any energy work, even though that organ may not be there, that energy is still very much so there. Down through the rocks and the crystals, down to the center of the earth. Bringing that energy cord down and wrapping it around a rose quartz that's suspended from the center of the earth, and bringing it back up the same path it's already traveled. Bringing Mother Earth's energy up with that. Bringing it up through the rocks and the crystals. The tree roots and the mushroom roots. The topsoil. Up through the blades of grass. bringing that energy back up through the soles of the feet, combining the energy of the universe and the heavens and Mother Earth, combining yin and yang, dark and light, masculine and feminine, bringing Mother Earth's healing energies back up through the bones and the bone marrow, bringing that healing energy up through the muscles, the tissues, and the tendons, bringing it back up and into those organs again, going up through the sexual organs, the reproductive system, up through the bowels, large intestine, small intestine, up into the stomach, the liver, spleen, gallbladder, appendix, the heart, the liver, the lungs, up through that nervous system, all those miles and miles of nerves within the body. So with each breath, feel that going down into the fingertips, into the toes. Nice big breath in, bringing it up the spinal column. You may feel a cooling sensation coming to the top of your head as that energy flows up the spinal column, bringing it up the throat again, into the mouth, through the tongue, the cheeks, the gums, the teeth, up through the nasal passage, through the sinuses, in through the ears, in through the eyes, the optical nerve going into the brain, up into the frontal lobe, the sides, into the back of the brain, and deep into the center where the pineal gland is, bringing that energy back out through the top of the head, grounding you securely with the heavens and the earth. There we go. Hope that's brought some relief, brought some shifting and changing as we've been moving through this energy. There we go. Wonderful. If you'd like to share your experience, that'd be wonderful. It's always nice to hear what others have experienced during our energy exchanges here. There we go. And if you're a little bit more interested in other things that I do, hop on over to my website. It's at www.rochellemagicweaver, magic spelled M-A-G-I-C-K. It's also posted. I'll leave it in the comments here again. Join the community. We have sessions that take place through the week. There we go. That's wonderful, Deborah. You'll be able to have a good sleep tonight. Wonderful, Mel. Good to hear. Thank you for your assistance today. So that's where we're getting ready with the North Shuswap business women. We have an event coming up on the 29th of January here, and I will be the facilitator for this one, and we're doing tea leaf readings and an energy exchange, and then afterwards we will be smelling some wonderful tea blends for Shuswap infusion, I hope I'm saying it right, teas. So there's tickets being sold at the Raven. So if you pop into the Raven, you can get your tickets. There's only 20 spaces available, so get your tickets soon. Yes, Shuswap Infusions Tea. I don't know why my tongue was twisted around that. I know it off by heart. You're feeling relaxed and grounded. Good, Sandy. That's wonderful. And I'll see you tomorrow evening. Tomorrow's event that's posted for the group sessions will be held at 5 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock. So if you're interested in still finding a position for that, you can go on to the website, go to the group sessions, and you'll see the ones that tomorrow is, see, it escaped me. Tomorrow is downloads and code activations. It's a meditation. There we go. Energy still really strong in my hands coming through. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Thank you, Mel. And Mel has been the one assisting me and assisted and created the website. And I think she did the most amazing job. I have just love what she's done. There we go. Lots of energy moving right now. Still quite heavy through the chest. I've got lots going on through the hands as this energy is grounding. Everybody's grounding down. You're going to have a release for, I would say, 2 or 3 days. You'll feel this moving through your body. You felt your heart relaxed about your grandchildren. Good. You did the work, Sandy. Whenever we are doing any healing, we are assisting Mother Earth. We assist in what's taking place with the Earth, and we are helping future generations. 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. All are affected by the healing that we do within our family. There we go. Wonderful energy moving through. So we got about 15 minutes left. If anyone has any questions, any concerns that we can assist with, just let it go. Love you, Sandy. My gosh, I was thinking back, it's been quite a few years since we first met. So Sandy experienced some of the workshops that I have put on and have done. And I've gotten to meet so many beautiful, wonderful people. Doing what I do is the most fulfilling, amazing experience anybody could ever have. When you're able to share and you're able to watch good things happen to good people. Oh my gosh, hello Brenda. Is it healthy to get head lice? It's definitely not harmful. It doesn't mean that we're dirty by any means, if that's the concerns. Actually, it's when people's hair and such are super clean that they tend to find that. I know when I worked in daycare, my squeaky clean kids usually were the ones who came home with the lice. So they're not terribly unhealthy. They're more of a pest, a real pain, right? They're itchy, they bite, they're drawing blood when they're doing that. So make sure you do the right treatments and relieve whoever in the household or whoever has that right now. Hi, Michelle. You've never had, okay. Yeah, so just follow the procedure. There's that you can get. It's very common in populated areas. It's not uncommon. When I worked in daycare, oh my gosh, between the school and the daycare, it was a continuous thing. The start to the new year. Actually, you know what, Brenda? I'm curious. I'd like to see what lice mean in the spiritual world. So I'm going to actually look it up. Let's see. Dealing with challenging thoughts. So it has to do with the nervous system. That's interesting because we were kind of working on the nervous system here today with the energy coming in and out. And what's bugging you. So yeah, look up a little bit more. What is this little lice louse? What is he bringing up? Why is that attaching to you right now? So what's come up for you in this new year that started? Is there things that are following you from the previous year? That's okay, Chandri. You can watch the rerun. Thanks for popping in when you could. We got about 10 minutes or so left. I can feel your energy. It's like you're late. You're running late for a very important date. I can feel that energy just pumping. So slow yourself down. Take some nice breaths. Bugging you a lot. So yeah, how to bring those thoughts into a more positive so that you can change it so that it turns into a positive reaction. Because what we focus on expands. So what's irritating us, and when we focus on that negative, how to bring that into a more positive light so that that's what's manifesting instead of the negative. And often a lot easier said than done. You looked at the time and said, no, that's okay. You're going to go. Thank you so much, Deborah, for joining. It's wonderful. I hope you have a wonderful rest now. Get some good sleep. Have a good rest. And let that energy flow on through you. Blessings. Thanks, Michelle. I'm glad. I enjoy doing my Wednesday evenings. I took that little bit of a break. I needed to do that for myself. And that's now to be able to come and be rejuvenated and to share again. What's the flower on my shirt? I believe they're dahlias. At least that's what I've always thought. These may be poppies. But thank you. I got the shirt from my mother-in-law. You want a tattoo of it? Or I can take a picture, or you can take a picture of the shirt. Sandy. It's just showing to sit in that peace. Allow yourself that peace. To not allow that mind to go on that merry-go-round and taking you to a space that you've already gone over a million trillion times before. Sit in your peace. Allow that peace to flow so that it can manifest more peace. Oh, Michelle, you must be in Australia. If it's your Thursday there. Thank you for joining us for so far away. I love hearing how far away we get to connect with people just everywhere. Not a big fan at the best of times about the internet and about our devices, but to be able to connect with people all over the world is just phenomenal. South Australia. Chandri, I'm seeing, what's it, shamrocks? I'm getting, with the shamrocks, it's showing me that there aren't the red flags, that things things are smooth, and allow them to just flow naturally. So this is in regards to a relationship. Just to take your time and allow yourself to have fun. Allow that to be. So don't read more into things that aren't there. Ask questions when you're not sure. To be very open about the communication. That's showing the strongest part right now, Chandri. So, and I'd like, big thank you to everyone who have been signing up and joining the membership and becoming a part of the Magic Weaver community. Got a few more today. So it's awesome. It's wonderful to see everyone taking advantage of the opportunities that come forward with the membership. We have group sessions taking place. They're a lot of fun. A lot of energy moving through, a lot of quick movement there. For those of you who have signed up for your membership, don't forget to book your time and such. We'll get a calendar going and get those birthdays marked in. Oh, lots of good energy. There we go. That's wonderful to hear you haven't laughed so hard. That is such a key in the relationship, that laughter just makes the world go round and it makes the day brighter. So be sure that you're spending that time and enjoying that laughter together. So yes, go and pop over to Rochelle Magic Weaver. Take a look at the website, see if there's anything there that interests you. And like I said, we're getting ready for an event on the 29th at the Raven. Tea leaf reading. That should be lots of fun. It's a learning experience. You'll learn how to connect and do your own readings. And we're doing meditation, doing some tea smelling, which I'm looking forward to. So limited space, only 20 spaces, so get yourself in there. And then we've got a few little surprises for those that are attending once they're there. There's a draw and things like that taking place. So I think that's all my housekeeping. Oh yes, I won't be on Rochelle Magic Weaver doing lives until the time limit's up. You had to wait, I believe it was 60 days, and I'm not at the 60 days yet for having a new site. So I have to just wait for that. We have enough followers, which is wonderful, but please share if you like what you experience when you're here. Share with others so that they can take a peekaboo and see what we do. And I will be back next Wednesday with bells on. I think we'll do a meditation next week by the looks of things that are coming up, just the way the energy's been going. Do some downloads and some codes that are coming through, perhaps a little bit of light language. So everyone have a most wonderful evening and have a great rest of the week and weekend. And I will see you next week. Good night. Have a wonderful evening.